What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I'm back with my own new review of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Let's get into it. So we are back with Mia, telling Gizelle to fuck you in that order because Gizelle and Robin feel so entitled to get an explanation as to why Mia put out that cancer scare post and talking about what was it, the whole cancer no cancer looks like were you trying to seek out attention? And she said, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know we were trying to be perfect. She said, nobody's asking you to be perfect. Nobody's asking you that. Well, you kind of are, Giselle, because you're questioning as to why she put this post out. And I was going through a lot. I was hurting. And this woman, my friend here, she's been there for me. Not y'all. Yes, I was going through an emotional time, and I decided to share I was going through an emotional time, okay? And her friend Jacqueline said yes, because she's still in the testing phase. She doesn't know all the results yet. So right now she's in a space of what if? Oh my God, is this going to happen to me? What's going on? So Robin said, but you left it unclear. Yes, that was the point. Sometimes when you're venting and you're emotional, you do leave things unclear. But there would have been a better way for them to ask her about it than just this. So Wendy and Candiace see them talking. Wendy wanted to go over there. Candiace didn't. But in her confessional, Candiace said everybody was wondering what the post meant. But there should have been another way to ask her instead of like this. And it's right to say that you're questioning her if she did this for attention. You questioning her at this moment is seeking for attention. And why would you question her like this? This is not your event. This is Karen's event, spring into spring. You say, fuck Karen and her party. I want to question Mia. That's exactly what you did. And you made a beeline to her as soon as you did it, Gizelle. So Karen said, you guys have no right to question her like this. But Robin don't like that it's all on them. That she said, y'all not gonna make it be about us. All of y'all has something to say. You are correct, Robin. Everybody has something to say about it, but nobody was itching to question her about it like you and Gizelle was. I can have an opinion about something that doesn't make any sense to me, but I'm not about to lose no sleep over it, and I'm not about to be itching to question her the moment I see her like Gizelle did. Is this what cancer, no cancer looks like? Come on now, Robin. You know there would have been a better way to question me about this, or even ask her in a much better setting. To just ask her, like interrogate her like this was rude as hell. So with them going down the deep end and trying to pull everybody else's opinions in to cover up that we're not the only ones who thought like this. Okay, you're right. But don't nobody was going to approach it like this. That's the point. Nobody was going to approach it like this. Wendy said, I'm not trying to be rude, but who is this? Meaning Jacqueline. I am Jacqueline. I'm Mia's best friend. Oh, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying you're really the one that's talking. So who are you? Who be you? I'm like, damn, Wendy. But okay. So Charisse walks in and it's awkward between her and Karen. She did not invite her. Robin did. She said that she gave an open invitation, but don't know why Karen will be upset about Charisse coming. Because in the past there have been rumors about Karen that Charisse knew about, but that's old. I think I should start fresh. I don't know. Why would I want to start fresh with someone who had rumors about me? But fine, Robin. Do what you want. So right now, Mia's going through a lot. I have a story to tell, and I'm going to do God's work, and it is what it is. And she doesn't have to answer herself to nobody. That's what she decided to do. Now, when it comes down to the post itself, yes, I'm wondering what it could mean. But when it comes down to dealing with the C word, I don't play about that. Nobody should play about that when it comes down to talking about it or going to the internet expressing about it. But I can't tell nobody what they should do when expressing themselves. I can't do it because I have my way of expressing myself. So then, out of the blue, we see Katie. Katie, we haven't seen you in 3 years since she disappeared from the Caymans. Here she is, bald headed and green eyed, just like Candiace said. And Ashley and Candace have a small talk about babies. She's freezing her eggs. Wendy is super happy to see them in a good space. She's always said that Ashley was a good time girl. It's always been fun. It was her husband. And with seeing how you can separate when Ashley being someone you can have fun with, it gets clouded with who she's married to. But now that she's not with him anymore, you can finally have full a full friendship with her without wondering what's gonna happen when she's going home with that man. You ain't gotta worry about that no more, cause Ashley is free. And now Sharice and Karen are gonna plan to get together to work on their friendship. Gizelle is so messy and is ready to just start shit. She decided to appoint Katie to Ray because Ray had a crush on her from, was it last season and 2 seasons before that? I think it was last season or something. And she literally told Katie, go say hi to Ray. Because he said you were the most attractive woman in the world. He said you were the cutest. He had a crush on you. And then she goes and hugs him. He was so happy to see her. They hug, but then she starts to grab him, literally cupped his butt. And here goes Gizelle. No, Katie, no, don't grab his butt. Can I have that? Not here, not no more, no. I'm like, Giselle, you knew what was gonna happen when you brought Katie over. Like you instantly made a beeline to tell Katie to go over there to Ray. Then she starts rubbing his head and everything. And it was just uncomfortable to watch because Katie had a breakdown. I think Katie's doing better. But Gizelle is so wrong with trying to be messy. Like she's literally being messy in everybody else's relationships this episode. And it wasn't good. It wasn't funny. I'm like, you set all this up, girl. So messy. So Karen did a speech about moving forward. Don't listen to what the naysayers have to say. Spring into spring, and the grind time is back. Everybody was like, "Where did the grind time go? Did you leave? You went to the store and came back? What do you mean? Where have you been?" I don't know what the speech meant. I really didn't. But that was the end of the spring into spring party. Now we're at Karen's and Ray's. Karen went to the doctor to check on her breast augmentation. She did it for herself and all about loving herself because she is getting older and she wants her body to age gracefully and naturally. So she wants to give her girls a lift. And she wanted to, she said she didn't need any more confidence, but this was something for herself to do, showcase how beautiful she is, and to be an example for younger women who don't have to be in their 20s to get their breasts lifted or do any cosmetic surgery. It's up to them if they want to. Cosmetic surgery is a choice. You don't have to do it. Candiace. Candiace is at home having a hard time peeling potatoes with a knife. She's making a stew. Her sister is there. Her sister found a house. It was a property that her family have, and she is staying at Karen's house. No, Candiace's house until it's being built. And living with her and Chris is like having her own children, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Because with what's going on with class, with music, and not being an artist and a wife, she has a lot on her plate. Her sister is there to see it all go down and talking about the process of freezing her eggs. So, having the egg freezing process as the back burner, they do want to try to get pregnant naturally, and it's not going to happen until the end of the year. So, it's a backup plan. If they are having difficulties getting pregnant naturally, then having her eggs frozen is a backup plan. And becoming a mother is the most permanent thing in your life. She does want children, but she hasn't adjusted with Chris working. Especially, him being so used to being at home. And now that he's gone, he comes home at 1 o'clock in the morning and there hasn't been any time for them to spend together. She misses him. She wants to cuddle, wants him to cuddle her black ass. And you're not holding me, but Candiace, the man has to work. And I understand when it comes to the time frame of him working, but in the job field that he's gonna have late hours. I'm a trucker wife. My husband's gone a whole week at a time, and he comes home for 2 days. So I miss my husband more than you miss your husband being gone for every other night. I miss him all week. So, you know what I'm saying? This is what happens when you go to work. This is what happens when you are so in love with your spouse that you want them together all the time, but he has to work. You know what I'm saying? So Ashley is preparing for her friend Miss Deborah to come. She met her at a mommy play group and talking about Dean had a really good day going to school. He's getting better with getting dropping off. What's going on between her and Michael? While they are still living together, they're not together romantically anymore. She sleeps with her children, he sleeps in their bed. Having conversation about, is it the new normal? I guess for Ashley, it's the same. They're not together romantically, but they still talk about children as if they're still married. Is he trying to reel her back in with having this type of situation for you? Is it separation causing him to be more friendly, be more open? It could be, but Ashley really feel like she's done in that way with Michael and want to be in a co-parenting situation. So how's the house hunting? It's getting expensive. I think she's in the 2 million category for a house. So is he gonna live in the house or what's he gonna do? He's gonna stay in the penthouse. He don't want to deal with maintenance. He don't want to deal with yard work, deal with plumbing. That's why they have all of that in the penthouse. Someone to take their trash out, somebody to fix the elevator, somebody to fix this. Michael wants easy living. He doesn't want to do any of the hard labor. But Ashley wants a house. She has children. She can't raise her children in a skyrise apartment. They want to go outside, have fun, play in the backyard, run around and play. Not a lot of running around to do in a penthouse. And she's not sad that this is where she's at in her separation because people are wondering, like, how could she move on, but yet she's still holding back? I do believe that she has no problem bouncing back from him because Michael has no problem bouncing back from her. And she even feels guilty of entertaining the idea of moving on. Even though she said, I'm going to have my fun too, I'm going to entertain as well. And if anybody saw any clips from BravoCon, Ashley is enjoying herself with Lou from Summer House. I've never even seen Summer House, but she's enjoying herself. And I'm not mad at Ashley. Do you, Ashley? Do you? Okay? She is ready to get back out there, but feeling guilty of wanting to get back out there. Mm. But at the same time, she shouldn't. She still got a life to live. She's still young. She's still beautiful. So as far as like the respect of being exclusive in a relationship, I don't see why. You don't need to be exclusive to him. As far as like him telling you he got somebody, because she literally feels as though once she moves out, he gonna have a woman here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. She already knows that. Now, when it comes to the decision of the separation, she's done her TikTok. Her TikToks has been her place to vent. Her TikTok has been her place to let all that stress go. And she has been doing a lot of TikToks and she has been feeling really, really happy. She's been accomplishing going back to dancing. And that got her an idea of hosting a dance class, a high heels dance class for all the girls. And she's even inviting Candiace. They have history, but it's going really, really good. And I'm happy for Ashley. I know people might think that Ashley is lying about really divorcing Michael, but I think she is. People just don't want to understand her way of moving on. It's not really uncommon for a couple to separate and live separately but still living in the same house. It's not uncommon. It's really not. I think it's just weird because this has been somebody that nobody has liked for years and have been waiting for her to get away from him. And it's like, what's the holdup? Get rid of him. But on her time, not ours. Gizelle. Gizelle and Robin, they have breakfast, and Robin has a bone to pick with Gizelle. She said, I'm mad at you. This is what I do. I want you to think about what you did. So she confronted Gizelle for telling her business that her name is on the house and not Juan's. She didn't realize that she slipped up because she thought that Ashley knew. She said, why would they know? Why would they be telling my business? Do you think that it would be cool of me to tell your business? Oh girl, no, please don't tell my business. That right there was cold to me that Robin and Gizelle have information on each other, but they don't want to let nobody else know. They will rather be up in arms about somebody else's relationship, somebody else's tea, and not talk about theirs. They don't read each other about their business, but they'll read somebody else's. So the reason why Juan's name isn't on the house is because his credit hasn't fully recovered from the foreclosure. The interest rate would have been higher. So it would be the best interest for her name to be on the house and not his. And it's not saying that he's in my house and I'm the one paying for it. No, we're living in the same home. Well, I don't know, Robin. I feel like this is on the same realm of you not trying to break him off with something because you're the sole breadwinner. And his name is not on the house. What does he have to his name? The foreclosure messed up his credit, but that was because of what you did. Anyway, but wondering how is it a problem that Ashley is having buying a house with Michael, but it don't make sense if you're divorcing him. It's not adding up. And Robin confronted Gizelle about how she delivered that because she doesn't want to think that way about her friends and don't want to dig into what her friends are saying. She wants to give them an understanding. So you didn't make it no better when you questioned Ashley about why she moving on, why she moving in a house with Michael, but she's divorcing him. And is the divorce making sense? And you also delivered, is this what cancer, no cancer look like to Mia? That delivery was wrong. And I was surprised that Robin confronted Gizelle that her delivery towards Ashley and Mamiya was wrong. And she did admit that it was horrible and she wanted to send her a text message. I was like, okay, Robin, I see you holding her accountable this time, in this moment. I was actually surprised that she did it because, yeah, you questioning everybody else's situation is making it seem as if you have no storyline and you are all in other people's business and that they owe you an explanation. Is there somewhere in Giselle's contract that she can question other people, they can question her? I just want to know. So now, Robin talking about Ashley house moving in. Ashley was looking at wallpaper. She did put up an offer, and right now the only reason that the house is a report is because that's what Ashley wants. And maybe Karen had a point. What if Michael is only doing this to give Ashley what she wants because he hasn't given her what she wants? Giving her the house could be a easy, amicable separation gift. You know what I'm saying? But the real reason why they were there was because Ashley received a DM from Chris. He replied to her story saying y'all should come to the W. And she was wondering why did he say that? Robin told her that he's the general manager at that hotel. Oh, she did not know that. So it wasn't him directly DMing you to say you should come over. It was him telling you to come out and hang out. You know what I'm saying? Come to my hotel. You'll have a great time. So Robin did see an issue. She didn't think it was bait. And she told the camera that him reaching out wasn't and hey, how you doing? It was to promote his hotel. That's what he was trying to do. Yes, 2 o'clock in the morning was like, oh wow, but being at the hotel, you're up all night at that hours. So she just said maybe Chris is just friendly. And she really believes that he adores his wife. So with Ashley feeling away about this DM, I think she's in a different space of has she ever received a DM from Chris like this before? And Chris has always give Ashley a warm embrace. He's always liked Ashley, regardless of how Michael treated her, regardless of how Michael treated the people. He's always had a soft spot for Ashley because he liked Ashley. Ashley's a really good person. So I think since Ashley's in this new space, she's wondering, what does this mean? I should tell Candiace about it. I don't want it to seem as if I'm making it a big deal. But now, hearing what Ashley went through with Chris, Gizelle wants to now use the opportunity to make it bigger than what it is, saying how Chris has been in her DMs as well, and it's happened more than once. It's been innocent, she's let it ride, but it made her uncomfortable at the reunion because he was upset of the line of questioning at the reunion, and he was upset at Gizelle, and he wanted to have a private conversation. She said, okay, assuming her glam team will be in the room. There was no one there. Her glam team left. So she felt uncomfortable being in the same room with a married man who was drunk and didn't like it. And saying how she's been the one that's been cheated on and she doesn't want to be associated with anything that's alluding to cheating, being the other woman, having an inappropriate conversation with a married man. And Robin's looking at her like, really, girl? That's what we doing? She didn't think nothing of it because I was aware of what happened. He didn't touch her. He didn't say anything inappropriate. It was a private conversation. Gizelle said it was a private conversation about him complaining about his wife. I don't want to be in a room with a married man complaining about his wife. And in my mind, I'm thinking, is he complaining so that way I can come out and say, I could make you feel better. I could do it better than she do. I can make you understand. I could be understanding she can. This, and that, and the third. I was just like, Gizelle, what? You think him complaining about Candiace to you is a open door of him inviting you to say, let's go ahead and fuck? What? I don't even think it was that. I just think that he probably was about to talk to you about the line of questioning that happened at the reunion. Not complain about Candiace. We know he complains about Candiace, but I don't think he would go into depth about that. I think he was talking about the reunion. The reunion is what made him irritated. But you want to turn around and make it seem as if you were in a compromising position? Huh, Gizelle? Girl, no. That don't make no sense. You took what Ashley just went through that wasn't that big of a deal, and now you're making it bigger than what it is. Okay, Gizelle, I see what you're doing. Karen is at home with Ray. He has his new tennis racket, talking about her daughter's appointment. Everything's looking good. And letting women know you don't have to be in a rush for implants. You know, you can get it when you want it to. Ray wasn't on board because he doesn't like the breast lift. And the age that she is now is the same age that Ray was when he married her. And she wants to still be beautiful and be, all natural for the next chapter of her life. She's 50. Then they get a disagreement that a woman don't need cosmetic surgery to make her feel good. No, she don't. But if that's the choice that she wants to make, that's the choice she wants to make. And Ray couldn't even imagine if their daughter Raven was to do it. I wouldn't suggest that she goes get implants until she's ready to go get implants. Thankfully, God gave me what I needed. Too much though, but I love my body. I would never enhance it for nothing. I wouldn't. But that's not me. Somebody else would love to get a little boop boop, a little lift here, a little cut here, you know what I'm saying? And it's okay if you want a little nip tuck. Just don't go overboard. That's where it gets a little wrong. But that was it. Mia. Mia is going out with G, and they're now opening their first chiropractic joint in Washington, D.C. And it's been a long time coming for her to open up a chiropractic office in her hometown. So we get to know a little bit more about her best friend, Jacqueline. They've been best friends since they were 15. They support each other. She's always been there for her. And when Jacqueline walked in, she wanted to know who did she want to sit next to, and she wanted to sit next to G. She said, "You always want to sit next to G." The producers asked her, "Have you guys ever slept with each other? Has there anything going on between G and Jacqueline?" She said, "No, never, never." Even though Jacqueline is what Mia calls G's second wife, but they've never done the do. They've never had a threesome together. She said, "Not with G. Not with G. We've never had, no, not with G." To me, when you're saying that she's never done anything sexually with you and your husband and not with G, that's alluding to what you posted about her and the whole National Domestic Violence Hotline, that she has been sleeping around with someone else, allegedly. I don't know, Mia. I don't know. What would be the reason as to why would you find it so comfortable into calling your best friend your husband's second wife? I mean, there was a flashback of when she was going through her cancer scare that if something was to happen to me, I want you to marry G. That would be perfect. I'm not playing around with my marriage like that. Like, unless me and my husband are looking for a girl to bring in our relationship, I am not about to appoint a woman to say that's his second wife. I don't play like that. Mm-mm. No, no, no. So she did get her pathology report and waiting for the results of biopsy. She needs further testing. And apparently this is something that's not as easy to come by with how much testing she needs. And she was in the MRI for 4 hours, and hopefully the test results come in and all this testing will be worth it. You know what I'm saying? Jacqueline brings up the spring into spring party and how disgusting for Gizelle to question her about it, you know? And why would she do that? But then Jacqueline was also questioning Karen's motive and that she was pulling a CYA. What is a CYA? A CYA means covering your ass. I didn't know that's that what that meant. I didn't know. Mia didn't know. G said that's old school. It is. A CYA meaning that's old school. You covering your ass? Okay. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to call out when Giselle's in the wrong, but she wants to make it seem as if she's still on the side of right, like telling you it's okay, but kind of telling her it's wrong, but not really telling her it's wrong. Like, I really don't want to make her out to be the bad guy, but I'm still friends with you. And she has been in this group longer, so she knows how they move. And she wasn't the host. Gizelle wasn't the host, so I don't know why she did what she did, you know? And Mia kind of agreed that maybe Karen was trying to set her up because Karen sent her a message the day before the party of letting her know that there's been some talks about her post, but she said I've seen you all this week. You know what I'm saying? You live down the street from me. You were just at my house. You could have came over and spoke to me. These girls felt the way about it, but you wait until the day before the party to let me know they have something to say about it. But Karen kind of told her that there have been some naysayers who are doubting and not really believing her cancer post. And she said, I don't care. So maybe she did not clarify as to who said it. She said the naysayers in our group, but not the actual names. And the whole text message the day before to tell her there's been some people talking about it in your group. So I don't know. Maybe, maybe Mia could be right about, is Karen really there for her? Is she waited till the day to tell me about everybody talking shit? But she kind of did tell you when she came over to your house. So I don't know. We'll see. Ashley. Ashley is meeting up with Candiace at a golf course. She's very apprehensive of telling Candiace about the DM because the one thing that Candiace did not like was being in front of a group where she learned about Ashley writing that statement for Monique. She didn't like how she did in front of the group, so right now she is coming to a different. She's coming to a different way. I'm going to let her know in a one-on-one manner, so she can know I'm not coming in to be malicious. I'm not coming in to be messy. I'm not coming in to blast you, which was growth for Ashley. That Ashley took upon herself to have a private conversation with Candiace about this. Ashley still isn't drinking, and neither is Candiace. She'll be drinking after the IVF process. She did go to the Grammys. It was really fun, a networking event. There were a lot of people who want to work with her. She's still a freshman in this industry, but she's very happy to be in the space of other artists. And the launch of her release album is coming up soon. Um, so she talks about the DM. After the spring party, they went to another bar called Park, I believe. But she woke up the next morning with the DM from Chris saying that, y'all should come to the W. She did not know that he was the regional manager at the bar, so she felt a little weird that he contacted her. And she didn't know the context of it. And when Candiace heard about it, she said, oh, girl, he's trying to rebrand it. That's what he's trying to do. Okay? And he's inviting my friends to come out and support, come out and have a good time. So he's getting butts in the seat, getting the buzz out, doing a lot of promo texts. Hey, y'all should come out. Y'all should check this. Y'all should check this place out. It's popping. Drinks on me. You'll have a good time. That's what he was doing. So Ashley did not know that he worked there. So Candiace could see where it might have been a little weird for her to receive that message, but it wasn't a direct message. It was a part of her story, a very private, a very public story that she posted. And Chris saw her story, saw her hanging out at a bar. He was like, oh, shoot, they should come out to my hotel. They'll have a great time. That's what he was doing, promoting his business. So she is giving Ashley the benefit of the doubt and believing what she has to say, and it is a relief because she did not know what it could mean. And she wanted to come to Candiace with respect and said, listen, I'm happy you did this because if I was to be out here receiving information about my man and nobody's telling me, I would be happy if you would have told me about it. And you did. You did. So I wanted to give the same respect like you gave me when Candiace came at Ashley with information about Michael and she told Ashley. So Ashley wanted to return it. by telling you this is how I felt, and you're telling me that I shouldn't have felt like that because it wasn't of that, and I feel good. So I like that. I really like that. It was a nice moment between Ashley and Candiace. It was a civil conversation. Candiace did not go off the deep end. Ashley expressed how she felt, and Candiace gave her understanding as to why I can understand how it made you feel, but no, it wasn't like that. And I love the fact this wasn't going to be dragged out the next episode. Ashley felt it. Ashley had a conversation, and now we're done. It's squashed. It's over with. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. We're ending it with Ashley at her high heels dance class. Now the air has been cleared. They can have fun. So she decided to have a hip hop, no, a high heels dance class. Karen can't make it because she has a fever of 102. Robin and Gizelle were the first to arrive. Sharice was also invited. But when Ashley told them that Karen couldn't make it, Robin said that Karen has been making up excuses to avoid Sharice, even at the spring party. They were connecting, but Sharice has been the only one to contact Karen for a lunch, and Karen hasn't replied back. So Gizelle thinks that Karen is trying to avoid her because she got tea on her, and she don't want to reveal her secrets. Or she could have been sick. She could have been sick, but I really want to know what is going to lead up with that trailer that I saw that Karen's going to cuss Sharice out. I want to know. Could Gizelle be right? I don't know, but maybe she might have been sick this time. We're going to have to see this pattern of Karen making excuses to not being around Sharice. This is only episode 2. Ashley is still on her journey of not drinking. She has non-alcoholic champagne. Gizelle wants to be a nitpicker because she didn't believe it because she saw Ashley drink shots of tequila. But it's a journey, Gizelle. And it was cold. So tequila warmed her up because she was freezing. I don't know if anybody saw how Ashley was shivering. Gizelle, please. And it's just going to take her some time. You know, she wants to eliminate drinking. That's one of them. Ashley, oh, yes. In that realm, someone said, oh, yes. But in that realm, it was something else that Ashley has said that Giselle just cannot let go of. And Robin said, do y'all have something that y'all want to say? Y'all have something y'all want to get off your chest? So to add to the drinking, she said you were being kind of accusatory, asking what's going on. Am I making this up? Am I seeking for attention? But no, I didn't like that Giselle wanted to nitpick that attention part, make it seem as if Ashley is dumb for missing 2 conversations, but the whole seeking attention was for Mia with the cancer post. But at the same time, though, Giselle, you did not believe that Mia was having an emotional scare. And just like how you don't believe that Ashley separated from Michael. So with Ashley talking about you being accusatory at that spring party, talking about how I'm not this, I'm not doing this, I can't be doing this, why would I be doing this? Same thing you did to Mia. So Sharice came in and she wanted to finish the conversation that divorce is not something that she plays with. Divorce is very difficult. I didn't like the fact that the way that Giselle was questioning how could Ashley play with divorce like this. It's like, do you not know divorce happens in different ways? It it's of a different feeling to other people, okay? So she didn't like the way that Ashley was carrying on, was saying she's divorcing him, but is going to buy a house. It doesn't make any sense. Ashley said, oh, okay, so it was okay when you and Jamal reconciled? Yeah, 15 years later. Oh, okay, so there's no statute of limitation of me getting back together with my husband if there's still feelings involved. Oh, so you're still together? No, I hate that she was trying to trip up Ashley into admitting to something that she doesn't want to admit, but she's not with him anymore, Gizelle. She's not. She's separated from him. She's trying to get a house with him. And it's not wrong of her to still be in love with him. That's the father of her children. Ashley is moving on with this separation, though, Gizelle, but you want to trip her up with it don't make no sense. How does it make sense for you to get back together with your husband 15 years later after he cheated on you, had babies on you, and it's okay? It's okay for Robin to divorce Juan but still live with him after he cheated on her. And now they're engaged but don't know when they're getting married. That makes sense for y'all? Okay. So basically, it's like what Ashley's saying. They're not together. And that she said that he has not cheated on her lately. She caught herself when she said that he hasn't cheated on her. And Gizelle said he hasn't. He hasn't cheated lately. He hasn't had any outside children. We don't have tension. Our divorce is literally a peaceful one. I don't have the problems that you have. And just like she said, if I recall, Jamal and Gizelle were going back and forth so often throughout their marriage, throughout their divorce. And she should know how hard it is to break a bond with somebody, to let go of a tie, especially with someone you've had history with, someone you've had children with. It's not so easy to leave that behind. And I was with Ashley because it really bugged me that Gizelle and Robin are just judgmental and have no heart about how Ashley is moving on in the separation, as if you guys not go through the same thing. I think that, to me, Robin and Gizelle are a little bit jealous of how easy it is for Ashley to be set up after her divorce from Michael. Where Giselle and Robin, they weren't set up. You know what I'm saying? They weren't set up comfortably. They had to work to get to where they are right now. And I think that they're upset and jealous that Ashley don't have to go through that struggle. That's what I think. So it hurt her feelings that she would lie about something like that. And Sharice wanted an understanding as to why you're getting a house with him if you're divorcing him. The compromise is he will buy her a house that she wants. She can't afford by herself. And that's what he's gonna do. Oh, I'm all for it. I'm with Sharice. Like, she wants a house. But she's not about to use her money. She gonna use his money. And Michael's in real estate. Why would she not use her husband's connections to buy a house that she wants? Why wouldn't she? That would be stupid if she didn't use his connections to buy her house. A really, really nice house. And the compromise is he'll buy her house. I bet he would. After everything he put Ashley through, the least he can do is buy her house that she wants and set her up comfortably. That's what he should do. So she wants her to be happy. That's it, okay? So now they go inside the dance class. Mia came. She did not respond to Giselle's text. She doesn't respond to people who are disrespectful. Once you cross that line of disrespectful, you go back to book an appointment, bitch. I said, okay, Mia, I see you. Dance class was great. I enjoyed seeing Ashley, Wendy, Cherie. Ashley, Wendy, Mia, and Candiace. Sharice, Robin, and Gizelle, not so flattering, not attractive, not appealing. Robin, how? How? I really want to know, what do you and Juan see in each other? I see no sexual chemistry. The fact that you were such a stick, a robot, not sexy, not alluring, dancing, Sharice looked it weird. It was not a pretty sight. But Ashley, Candiace, Wendy, and Mia, oh, I was here for it. Here for it. I was mesmerized of seeing Ashley dance because I love seeing Ashley dance, especially on her TikToks. So noticing that Candiace isn't drinking, she's going through her IVF journey again, freezing her eggs. So they asked, "Do you have fertility issues?" No, it is an insurance policy in case that they have difficulties getting pregnant naturally. So when Ashley and the rest of the girls leave, it's Robin and Giselle and Candiace in the same room. Ashley puts out, no, when will Ashley put out the divorce statement? She's not doing so until the loan from her house gets approved on, and that's when they'll make an announcement for the separation. Why does Gizelle feel the need to tell her about the DM? Tell her about what happened with Chris. That's what the producer asked her. She felt uncomfortable, so she had to let her know how her husband is behaving, and he's going to keep doing it until someone tells him to stop. But why is that up to you, though? I think the producers are wondering, if nothing inappropriate happened between you and Chris, why do you need to tell her? Because she wants a storyline. She wants to make an issue. So letting her know at the reunion that she felt extremely uncomfortable when Chris asked her to talk to her in her room. Thought her glam team was in there, but they weren't. And she expressed that he did not do anything wrong, but the environment was uncomfortable. But as Candiace is defending her husband, as she should, my husband would not do that. I know he didn't. No, because he wouldn't do that. And they kept on saying it was very late. I don't remember what's going on, but her hairstylist told her that Chris said goodbye to him and that he knew that he was leaving. So hearing that another woman is approaching her about her husband's behavior, she's feeling attacked. She's feeling like, okay, this what we doing. This what we doing. So basically, she said, my husband views you, Gizelle, you, Robin, and Ashley like sisters, and that he will give you the shirt off his back if he needed to. He will be there for you. I mean, you've been to our house. He's cooked for you. He's friends. He's your friend. You guys are like sisters to him. So why would you say he made you feel uncomfortable? And you haven't had any issues before. Why are you telling me now? So you're telling me that my husband made you feel uncomfortable. She said 100%. She smiles, looks at the camera, and said, this what we doing? Okay. Gets her back and walks out and said, I need Eric. I don't want the camera. I need Eric. She said, listen, if we're going to malign of taking down my husband, then you don't need me here. Call Michael Darby. That's who needs to be here. The ass grabbing mother effer who makes other people uncomfortable, that's who needs to be here, not my husband. Because she walked out. Ashley wanted to know, is Candiace okay? And to be continued. Gizelle, let me get on you real quick. How dare you? How dare you insinuate that something happened between you and Chris when nothing happened? You said he didn't say anything inappropriate. He didn't touch you. He didn't act anything weird towards you. All he did was talk to you about Candiace. But you want to use it as he's trying to see if I was with it. Because married men have tried me and you wanted to see if I was with it. Huh? Yeah, he's trying to be a sneaky link. No, that you're using sneaky link all wrong. He's a sneaky link. No, 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 no. A sneaky link is someone you are happily sneaking around with. That's a sneaky link. A sneaky link is that you. That's not what that was, Gizelle. And if you have, oh my God, I can't even get it out because it's so frustrating. Because as a married woman, I wouldn't take this shit lightly. I'll be pissed off. How dare you? With Ashley, Ashley was innocent. She didn't know what that meant, that he was promoted for his club or his hotel. Got an understanding and moved on from that. You, however, used Ashley's interactions with him and made it okay for you to now have an issue. For you to now say, oh, good, now that she said something, I can now say something. Because what I got is way more important. What I'm dealing with is way more problematic. But it's not. Is this Gizelle's stick? Gizelle's main goal on being on this show is to constantly go after people's husbands. She's done it with Wendy. She's done it with Monique. She did it to Ashley. She's done it to Karen. And now she's doing it to Candiace. I don't like this. Gizelle, you are wrong. You are miserable. You are bitter. Y'all, I can't. I can't. I used to like Gizelle in the beginning of the season started. Season 1, I used to love Gizelle. She turned me off later on. That's really unfortunate. Gizelle, go to hell. Y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for next video, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.